Hi, my name is Julia Fauna and I'm from the ACT Government's Land Development Agency, commonly known as the LDA. This presentation has been put together by the LDA to give you an overview of the process of buying land via ballot from the ACT Government. Ballots are the sales method that the LDA uses to sell land when market demand is high. It provides everyone an equal opportunity to purchase a block. To take part in an LDA ballot, you must complete an online registration during the advertised timeframe. Each ballot is a unique event, and you must register within the advertised timeframe to take part in a ballot, regardless of whether or not you have registered for previous events. All information in relation to a ballot will be available on the LDA website. You should take the time to familiarise yourself with this documentation and ensure you seek expert advice before making the decision to purchase. An individual, company or a related party can only register once. Put simply, a related party is your spouse or partner or any company you, your spouse or partner have an interest in. The full definition of a related party can be found in the ballot conditions, which are available on the LDA website. It is important that you include anyone you might want on the lease in your application, as names cannot be added later. If land rent is available for the blocks in a lease, then you will need to indicate on your online registration form if you intend to select the land rent option. Land rent is restricted to eligible purchasers. You can check your eligibility for land rent by visiting the Economic Development website. You'll find information about the scheme under the Affordable Housing menu. You will not be able to change to a land rent lease at a later point, so it's important you indicate your intention to select a land rent lease at this stage of the sales process. After you have completed the online registration form and click Submit, an email will be sent to the address provided on your registration form to confirm your application has been received and to provide you with your ballot registration number. This is the number that will be used to identify you throughout the sales process and for the ballot draw. Once registrations have closed, the LDA solicitor conducts a thorough checking process to ensure that only one application has been received per person or couple, including any related parties. After this process is complete, the ballot numbers of all eligible registrations are entered into the ballot draw. The draw is conducted using an automated electronic system and is witnessed by representatives from ACT Gaming and Racing. Every registrant who was entered into the draw will be notified of their ballot draw result by email, regardless of where they are drawn. When you are notified of your ballot draw result, you will be asked to confirm via return email your continued interest in participating in this specific release. You will need to RSVP within the specified timeframe. Only registrants who confirm their continued interest by the RSVP date and time will be allocated a block selection appointment. After RSVPs have closed, the LDA will allocate appointments in the order of the ballot draw. You will be advised via email the venue for block selection and a specific time and date to attend. You cannot swap or reschedule your allocated appointment. If you're unable to attend your allocated appointment, you can appoint someone to act on your behalf by completing an appointment of agent form, which is available on the LDA website. You will need to complete this form even if only one of the purchasers is unable to attend on block selection day. Your agent will need to bring the completed form along with their ID and a copy of your ID to the block selection appointment. On block selection day, we recommend you arrive at least 30 minutes prior to your appointment to allow enough time for check-in. You will need to bring the following items to your appointment: ID for each purchaser and a completed appointment of agent form and the agent's ID if any of the purchasers are unable to attend block selection. You will have 5 minutes to make your selection and you will only be permitted to purchase one block. We recommend you bring a short list of blocks with you in case your first preference has been selected by someone before you. If you select to enter into a standard lease, you will need to pay a 5% deposit, which can be paid via cheque or credit card. Cheques should be made out to the Land Development Agency. Deposit bonds will also be accepted. However, if you wish to use this method of payment, it will need to be a 10% deposit. Cash will not be accepted. If you are paying by bank cheque, you may not know which specific block you will end up choosing, so you should make out the cheque for 5% of the most expensive block on your list. If this ends up being more than the required deposit for the block you select, the LDA can arrange for the difference to be refunded or credited towards your deposit. If you have checked your eligibility and wish to select a land rent lease, then you will need to bring a completed land rent application form, which is available on the LDA website. You will also be required to make a $2,000 security payment. This amount will be deducted from your future rent. If you are a land rent purchaser, you will also need to provide additional documentation within 90 days of exchanging a contract: a financial advice certificate signed by a qualified financial advisor or accountant, a statutory declaration witnessed by your solicitor stating that you have received legal advice with regards to your purchase and that you understand the conditions of the contract, and proof that you have attended the Canberra Institute of Technology's Land Rent Information session. If you fail to provide this information by the specified date, you may not be permitted to continue with the purchase and may lose your security payment. Regardless of whether you select a standard lease or a land rent lease, you will need to pay stamp duty within 90 days of exchanging a contract. This needs to be paid to ACT Revenue. The Revenue website has a stamp duty calculator that you can use to estimate the amount you will need to pay. It also has details of various concessions you may be eligible for if you're a first home buyer. Settlement will occur once the land is ready to build on. To find out the contract date range for the block you have purchased, you should refer to the sales brochure for the relevant land release, or look up the block on the interactive map on the LDA website. It is important that you familiarise yourself with the conditions of any particular land release you are participating in. You will also need to read the Housing Development Guide relevant to any block you are considering purchasing. The Housing Development Guide forms part of the contract and can be found on the LDA's website under the relevant estate. More information about the Housing Development Guide and how to read this document can be found by watching the video called Understanding the Housing Development Guide. The LDA is here to assist you through your purchase, so you should contact us if you have any questions relating to the sales process or the estate you are looking to purchase in. You can contact us by calling 1800 777 952 or by sending an email to lda@act.gov.au.